All right, I will first draw the connections on paper, and then I will show you the real connections. So hopefully I will answer everybody's question of how we wire this controller. So if you look at the controller, there is a thing with an instruction. Everybody got the controller, I would assume, correct? Yeah, everybody. So
I don't have mine yet. It's supposed to be arriving tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Perfect timing, huh? All right. So we are looking at this instruction, the wiring diagram. So that is where the thermocouple sensor. So in the back, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 terminals on one side. There's another 5. And then there's a 2 in the middle. So what we need to do is first connect the thermocouple. And notice the thermocouple is polarized. So there's a positive and a negative connectors. So make sure you do not connect it incorrectly. So that's the first connection we need to make. Between terminal 3 and 4, you wire up the sensor. And then there's a power, and then there is this relay. So this relay, output relay, there's a normally open and normally closed. So what we need to do is do the normally open. So that's what we need to wire. So let me draw. So this is my power supply. So you have AC 120 plug in, and the output will be AC or DC. It doesn't matter. So and then this is your controller. So that's 9 and 10. 19. So it goes here, 9 goes to 10. All right. So very easy to connect. So power to the controller. This is your PID controller. And then about the relay, the controller we purchased has a built-in relay. So it's significantly simplified the circuit. Otherwise, you have to have an external relay, which can be, more complications. So there's a terminal 7, terminal 6, and terminal 8. So what we need to do is having terminal 7 connect with terminal 9. All right, 1 extra wire. So terminal 7 will be powered. And
wait. So I just have to get a random wire to connect 9 and 7?
Yes, get a jumper, yeah.
Okay.
Or you can branch from here to 7. Yeah, doesn't matter. You can branch from here. So now how about the 9 to, this is your light bulb. Light bulb generally is represented like this. So this is a light bulb. The light bulb has 2 connectors also. So one connector of light bulb goes to here. So if 9 is go to 7, the other one, 10, will go to the light bulb. And then the 8, that's it. That's all the wiring we need. So 8 goes to, so the power goes to the controller. Then there are two connections for the power. One goes to the 7, the other goes to the light bulb, and this is switching. So the light bulb will be powered if the relay is connected. So if the relay is connected, you have connection right here, the light bulb will turn on. Otherwise, the light bulb will be turned off. So that's all the connections. Okay, 3 and 4. Negative, positive for the thermocouple. So that is all the connections. So you need how many wires? This is power supply. 1 connection, 2 connection, 3 connection, 4, and 5. So that's all the connections we need to connect electronically. So very easy, should be done within 10 minutes. So less than 10 minutes, you have it all wired up. But before you're wired up, I would like to show you the real components because we want to position this inside the incubator. The sensor will be inside the incubator. This will be outside the incubator. And together with your power supply is in an outside case. So let me show you the whole setup. So this will be mine, the setup for mine. So I have a big box. This big box, I cut a square hole right on the side. So this square hole, it should be, when you're cutting this square hole, you should make it perfect size. If you cut it too big or too small, there's no problem. You can make it bigger. But if you cut it too big, it will not hold this controller like this. So what I did is I actually using this white. If you look inside here, there's a white click. I use this white click to decide the size of my cut. So this is actually perfect size. So you basically use this as a pattern. So that's the first cut. The second cut is this power cable. It doesn't have to have a cut, but you have to. So your power goes inside the big box. So the big box will be the case, and then you have a small box. For the small box, you will make about 1 inch cut, a 1 inch hole on one side. The reason is about 1 inch is you want to put the light bulb. In this case, I have a 75-watt light bulb inside, but the connections, everything else is outside. So you have a light bulb inside the smaller box, and there you have a sensor. The sensor should be ideally positioned somewhere in the middle. If you remember, we have something called the dead time. You do not want the sensor to touch this. You don't want the sensor to touch this because touching the wall of it will not measure the temperature of the air. Instead, you are measuring the temperature of your smaller box. So you do not do this touching. So hanging somewhere in the middle, that would be perfect. So light bulb, what you did is you actually, this light bulb came out. That's a hole I cut. So the light bulb is sticking out, and then goes to the socket. So that's done. That's done. And then I will close this. That will be my incubator. That's my incubator. And then I will start the wiring. So before you physically wire them together, you have to first put everything in the right place. The controller, the power supply. In this case, my power supply, that's my power supply. So my power supply is a transformer. It's an AC transformer, so the output is AC power. In my case, my controller do not have a relay, so that's the relay of my controller. So I have an external relay. My circuit is more complicated because when I bought my controller, I didn't bought the one with internal relay. So I have an external relay right here. But anyway, yours has internal relay. So yours, the connection is much simpler. So it's just the relay 7. The output of the relay goes to the lights. So the input of relay is a power 7. The out from the relay is goes to the light bulb, and the other side of the light bulb connect to the power supply. The other side of the power supply. So when the relay is energized, this thing will turn on. That's it. That's so simple. And you need a box cutter. All this. I have a pretty good scissor like this. It cuts very well through the boxes. But it doesn't matter. Box cutter. Just be safe. Just be careful. So other than the power supply, which has high voltage, everything else inside this box should be low voltage. So there's no 120 inside anywhere inside here. That is another safety issue. Make sure power supply, low voltage. So everything inside this box is low voltage. And of course, after you're done all the wiring, I would recommend the external box should be a nicer box. So it will be a little bit stronger. So for example, this wall is double wall. So it's kind of strong. So when I'm pushing the controls, it almost feel like a solid. So again, that's it. And then when you turn this on, you can start to play with this controller. Today, after you finish wiring and after you finish installation, after you put everything together, today's homework or the assignment is just turn the power on 100%. Let me show you how to turn the power on 100%. Energize my So after we finish installation, this is just so after finish installation, you turn the power on, and you see the temperature. Right now is in my bedroom upstairs is 63. So it's pretty cold inside this room, 63. So what I need to do is I will press the run button. I'll press the run button. I will change this to 100%. So now I push the run button, I push and hold run button, and then I change this number to 100%. Now if you see this red light, it will be on all the time. The red light is on all the time. But this red light is on all the time right here. My light bulb is on 100%. So I will want you to record the starting temperature after maybe half an hour, recording to the end temperature. That will be the range of control of this controller. So today's assignment will be, so this is today's assignment. Find the range of your incubator. Find the range of your incubator. The temperature range. Because that will be an important part of this control system. What is the range of your incubator? Range. So depend on the power of your light bulb, the voltage of your power supply. So there's many factors. Also, how well insulated your incubator are. So the insulation. So the range just usually will be measured in your room temperature, because it always started with room temperature. Plus, for example, 10 degree or 20 degree. Or when I was using a less power light bulb with only 40 watts, it's only like 5 degree. So the range, my old range was room temperature plus 5 degree. So if even though I turn the bulb on 100% of the time, because it's only about 4 watts, very little power to heat up, so I only can get 5 degree above room temperature. 5 above room temperature. Now with my light bulb, I almost double the power. So now I can get room temperature plus 10 degrees. So if my room temperature right now is 63, so the upper temperature will be 73. So after maybe half an hour, my incubator will be 73 degree. 73 degree. Goes up from the room temperature, goes up to 73 degree. So that's today's assignment, to find the range. And then next week we will start experiment with the PID control. So this week, do the installation, put everything together. After you put everything together, use manual mode. So in order to find the range, you have to use manual mode, not the PID mode, manual mode. How to go into manual mode? This is how. Push run button. Manual operation indicating. So we need to push the run button. Push and hold this button. That's the run button right here. So this is the panel of a controller. What we need to do after your installation, everything looks nice and works correctly, you turn the power on and push and hold this button. And then if it's not 100%, you use up button to get the manual mode up to 100%. That means you turn the output on all the time. So that's it for today. We will just I feel like most of you already got the parts, got the power supply, got the bigger box and the smaller box, and grab a couple of tools from your garage. Get a little wiring, get it done. It's a pretty easy, very straightforward. And last, safety. I cannot emphasize, and so important to make sure when you're using the knife, do the cutting. It's just card box, so easy cut, but pay attention. And also the powers, make sure you never dealt with 120. You plug in your power supply, and everything you touch is in this area. And also, after you finish building the box, the only thing you touch is the panel. So you will only touch this area. That's no power. And third, after you're done experiment with your controller, unplug everything. Unplug it from your power. So unplug. After you finish your experimenting, after you finish messing up with different settings, whatever you want to play with, it's pretty safe. You can mess up with a lot of different PID settings if you're curious. Read the manual. The manual is an okay manual, not the best manual, but it tells you what to do. Unplug everything when you finish. So that's all I have for today. A very brief, very quick instruction. Has anybody already finished the assembly? Started already? No?
I started assembly, but it shouldn't take me too long. Did you just want us to stick around and show you the designs when we're done?
Yep. Show me your incubator.
Okay. It'll take a little bit.
Have you finished it already?
Come again?
Oh, you are working on it right now?
Yes, I'm working on it right now.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, when you're done, let us know. We really like to take a look at your creation. Anybody else? Questions?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. That's the.
Is 9 or 10 positive or negative?
Great question. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
In this case, it's an AC power or DC power. You can also put AC power between 9 and 10. So they do the rectifying inside the controller. So when you're powering up this controller, you can actually, yes, doesn't matter. This is one thing I like about this controller. It's error proof. The only thing you need to pay attention is the sensor.
Okay.
Yes, thank you. I forgot to mention that. That's a very important point. So that's it for today. If you want to see Craig's creation, you can hang on a little bit. Otherwise, you can start working on your own, or do whatever you want. You planned for today. Have a good. Well, when I was talking this, I remember today is a trash day for me. I need to take the trash out. Last week I forgot. This week I have to. Okay. Any questions before I run downstairs and get the trash out?
No, I think I'm good. I'll see you.
Okay.
No, I don't. Good.
Good. Everything good? Yes. So if you want to see Craig's creation, hanging around a little bit. Otherwise, see you next Monday.
All right.